We are at the Darlington Raceway for the 9th race of Season 4 of the SCRL NASCAR Legends Series. The 28 of Jack Legacy will be leading us to the green flag, and start beside him is the 19 of Atlanta race winner Christian Russell. Points leader Cam Nixie will be starting way in the back in 37th spot. Actually, all of the Nixie family members are in the back. Silas 36, Cam 37th, Cole 38. Cam enters this race with a 40-point lead over TJ Dent. This race in Season 3, Benoit Irvine won that race. That car is being driven by Sammy Savvy Jr. He's starting 25th. In Season 2, Bulldog 67 won that race. Of course, that car is being driven by Brian McCason. Kaysen is starting 11th. And in Season 1, Need HPK won that race. Need HPK is starting 17th. So, and you'll notice this is Darlington, the track that comes with the game, because none of the tracks before 1998 actually fit all 43 cars. Not 1970, 64, 69, 1988, 1990. None of those tracks fits, 43 cars. And 1998 has a bug where you start at the race, they stack up like Daytona and Talladega does. So we're just using the regular Darlington Raceway. So here's the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
The field is rolling off. It's a beautiful clear day here in Darlington. The stands are full as we start race number 9 here in Season 4. Field pulls up on the backstretch. Doesn't look like anybody's having any problems, which is always a good thing. "29 laps is the distance for today's race. It's been a very fun and impactful season so far. First time winners, last lap passes, and dominators. What will happen here today at Darlington Raceway? Pace car pulls in. And we're racing here at Darlington for the 7th time in series history. Jack Legacy, a former Busch Series champion, looking to make a name for himself here in the Legends Series by scoring his first win in this series. Behind him, the all-time race winner, Keka Whiteline, 28 career wins. She has the record. Now she's just trying to set a new record. Now those are combined wins in all of the series. That's why I'm mentioning that. As far as the NASCAR Legends Series is concerned, she is far behind, so we're not going to compare anybody's records like Kyle Busch and Richard Petty. Here comes the 70 car, Brock Beard, trying to take second, and he does. Following him is the 19 Christian Russell. And yes, I did make a joke at Kyle Busch's expense, comparing the race wins and all that in different series. I only compare White Lions to all the series because it runs under this same series and league. But in terms of this series, she is far behind Shuttle, who has the most wins. I believe his wins is he has 28. I believe he has 15 career wins in this series. That is at least what I remember. So when I mean all the series, that's all of them combined. So we're not comparing drivers like they do Kyle and Richard Petty, which I think is very, very ignorant and stupid. That they're trying to compare Kyle Busch's wins and Richard Petty's wins. You can't compare the two. He's not this different eras, and they're in different series. Here comes Brockbeard trying to take the race lead. And Brockbeard does. And turn number 2. Down the back stretch. See, Whiteline has fallen back. Brockbeard trying to pass Riley Spurley too. This will be for 4th. Of course, Brian Fox is the highest run in Petty Enterprises entry for today's race. Of course, his teammate is Aureus, who almost won North Wilkesboro in the last race, but damage to his car in the last few laps, as well as the caution that ended the race, spoiled that. Let's see where our points leader is. There he is, Cam Nixie. He's right there. Remember, he entered with a 40-point lead. Speaking of Aureus, he's way back there in 20th. Has never won at Darlington. 22, Sebastian Torres. Still looking for that first win in this series. Battle for second. Kristen Russell has it. Jack Lagasse wants to get it back, but nope. They're all following Brockbeard, who is trying to score his first career win in his 9th start. As he leads yet another lap. The next time you'll be seeing us here in the SCR will be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the longest race of the season, as Christian Russell tries to take the lead. Russell trying to score his second win of the season as he easily passes Brockbeard. We'll see if Brock can do the crossover. Here he comes. Russell led a lap. Remember, you are not scored bonus points for leading laps. As Brockbeard reclaims the race lead. Jack Lagasse moves into second place. Brian Fox and Fort trying to close in. He is 2 seconds behind these race leaders. Here comes Christian Russell back on Jack Lagasse. Nope, he pulls out. So let's see if Jack has anything for Brockbeard as we go to camera 2. Oh, I hear spins. Yep, the 34, the 09. Oh, big crash, big crash, big crash. And they all just start stacking up. Nowhere to go. And we are under caution here at Darlington. And they did take the caution. So it took 8 laps before we got our first caution of the day. Brockbeard is our race leader. We'll take a look and see the big wreck. So here's the cause of caution. White Lion. Oh, looks like the 17, A.J. Jones, got too aggressive going into turn 3. He clips White Lion in the fender and spins her out. She slides up the track. And this track is just so narrow, nowhere to go. Paul Hogan rams the 04, raising the car up the ground. The 34 got damage. Al Lagasse, the 8, Fitzwater got a little tiny piece. And naturally, these cars are going to slide back down. Sam and Oskin, nowhere to go. Jimmy Sampson was able to avoid. The 07 was not the 43. The 7. The 06 got damage. The 59. The 4. The 72. The 31. The 98. The 36. The 3, our points leader. The 11. The 29. The 10. The 99. The 27. The 5. The 75. The 97. The 71, the 25s are our 2 drivers in the lead standings got involved. This track is just so narrow. There's nowhere to go for these drivers. It gets clogged up. We'll go on board with Aureus. He sees the crash. He tries to avoid, goes to the low lane, but just not low enough. And he's going to nail, bam, hard into Paul Hogan. Go to camera 1, we just see the big crash. Everybody's arc braking, nowhere to go. That clearly was the big one. So that's the second time in 3 races we've had a big one, of course, at Talladega. And it involves our points leader, Cam Nixie. Well, we'll clean this mess up in turn 3 and turn 4, and we'll take you back to the restart. And we are back. That big crash knocked out several drivers, including Orius, Paul Hogan, Joshua Rush, Salman Ozkin, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, and Al Legacy, which means we have 36 cars still in this race. None are a lap down. Brock Beard is our race leader. Second is Jack Legacy. Third, Kristen Russell. Fourth, Brian Fox. Fifth, Riley Spurley-Tube. Sixth, Brian McCason. 7th, Josh Nixie. 8th, AJ Jones. 9th, Trevor Collins. And 10th is Zachary Fitzwater, who has a small amount of damage, so we'll see if that affects his car any. Of course, it affected Orius in the last race at North Wilkesboro, but he still finished second. So you never know if that damage could help your car just a little teeny tiny bit. Pace car will pull in. There he goes. Brock Beard, in his 9th career start, has to hold off a former champion and Jack Legacy to see if he can get his first career win. And he needs the best restart of his career. And we're back to racing. Slow restart. Off into turn number 1. You can see how bumpy the track is by the cars bouncing up and down on the grooves. And he gets a huge run off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch, see if anybody pulls out. Yep, Kristen Russell is Atlanta race winner, so he's going to try and get another Speedway race win. But Jack Legacy blocks just a little bit. And Brock Beard is gone. I mean, wow. Brock's built up a 1-second lead in just 1 lap. And you see Brian Fox is losing ground. He's lost 2 spots. One to Riley Spurley-Tube and one to Brian McCason. He's going to try and gain one back by passing Brian, being pushed by Josh Nixie. Nope. Let's see the lead now. It is now 1.5. He gained 0.05 of a second that lap. Brock Beard. Take a look back at these drivers that were involved in the crash. And where's our points leader? There he is. Cam Nixie in 17th, despite the damage he has, is still driving. Just trying to have consistency. Remember, he came in with a 40-point lead over TJ Dent. They see Jack Legacy being passed, but he gets a huge run off of turn number 4 and keeps 3rd place. Lead is now still 1.5, so no change there as Christian Russell tries to reel in the 70 car. I mentioned before Christian Russell won in his 5th career start at Atlanta. And the closest margin of victory in the entire history of this league. 4 1,000ths of a second. The closest margin before that was 5 1,000ths, so we broke the record. This NASCAR Legends Series, we've been breaking a lot of records recently. I've noticed that. We've had Sammy Sebi Jr. make a last lap pass at Riverside for the first ever last lap pass at Riverside. I had to go back and research that. We had Christian Russell win by the slimmest margin of victory in the entire league history. Not just series, league history. And in the very next race, Keka White Lion scored her 28th career win in this league. So, and we also had Cassie Dent in the race after win for the Dent family for the first time in 4 years. So, yeah, this series always brings out the best in people. It always brings out upset winners, which is always fun to see. And this will be upset if Brock Beard can continue to win. Of course, I mentioned before his stats in the other previous races. The owner and creator of the NASCAR blog. Oh, we got a caution. And, oh, we got another crash. Fitzwater this time is unable to avoid. And our second in points, TJ Dent, is completely destroyed. Whoa, we got another crash. Don't worry, we'll take a look at this when we look at the replay. So Brock Beard, and we're going to have less than 10 laps to go once we get this race restarted. Let's take a look at the caution. So here's the cause of caution. Brian Fox in the 40 car. Oh, looks like the 6 tried to slide down just the smallest out of McDowell. Fox unable to slow down. And naturally, like we saw before, Sampson able to avoid, but A.J. Jones not. Leroy Jones got damaged. Chris Kyle as well. Derek Edison right in the driver's door. The 36, the 8. Cam Nixie was able to avoid. The 06 got damaged. The 25. And you see the 98, Chris Kyle flipping over. They ought to start stacking up. Once again, the 71 got damaged. The 72. Little Chris Kyle again. He's going to nail the 6 out of McDowell right there. Going to come down the track, and Derek Edison nowhere to go, right in the driver's door. Flips over Chris Kyle. Almost, well, actually, he does send the 17 over on its driver's door, and Chris Kyle does a slow roll. Yeah, Darlington is always a wreck fest. Now, we had another incident further up ahead. I believe it was a 36. Yeah, Eddie Wakumbi. Almost gets hit by the 5. Let's see, here comes a 16, Dale Jones. Runs into the back of him. Sammy Savvy Jr. nowhere to go, gets damage as well. The 7. You're not even safe when you're racing back to the caution. Well, that's the cause of caution. Take you back to the restart. And we are back. Going to get this race restarted with 8 laps to go. We have 29 cars left in this race. Yeah, Darlington is always a wreckfest. Brock Beard is our race leader. Second is Christian Russell. Third, Jack Lagacy. Fourth, Brian McCason. Fifth, Riley Spillytube. Sixth, Josh Nixie. Seventh, Brian Fox. Eighth, Trevor Collins. Ninth, Jimmy Sampson. And 10th is Sebastian Torres. And where is our points leader? Cam Nixie. Right there in 12th. TJ Dent is out of the race, so no matter what, Cam Nixie will gain points on at least TJ. So 8 laps to go. Brock Beard looking for yet another great restart. He got a great one when it was Jack Lagacy behind him, but he's got the rookie Christian Russell right behind him, hungry for his second win in 4 races. Actually, 5 races, excuse me. And slow restart once again. And Brock Beard is gone. Remember, on the first restart, he got a great run in turn 1. We'll see if he gets another one. Christian Russell right behind him, and there's the jump a little bit. You see the 45 car, Riley Spillytube, making his move on Brian McCason. You see Brian Fox, who caused that last crash. Well, you could kind of say it was the 6's fault. McDowell just tried to block Brian Fox in the last second. Riley Spillytube trying to go for third. Can he clear the 28? Yes, he does. Easily. We'll see if Spillytube has anything for our race leaders. Oh, but Jack's not giving up. He wants third back. Spillytube and Lagacy have been going at it all day long. But Spillytube will win that battle. And Brock Beard has pulled away to about a 3-car length lead. As we complete lap 24. So we got 5 laps to go. Battle for second. Riley Spurley Tube takes it. Battle for third. Christian Russell trying to defend against Brian McCason, trying to get his best career finish in that 21 car. This is all happening behind Brock Beard. Mentioned before, he owns the Last Car blog where he details who finishes last in all the races. Made his debut at Riverside, got a top 5 finish. Has yet to trail the field in this league. But in his 9th career start, looking for his first win, but Riley Spurley Tube's not giving up. Spurley Tube looking for his first win. He's not just going to pull aside for Brock Beard to win and have all the glory. Look at Josh Nixie trying to make a name for himself in this series. Nope, not able to get around Christian Russell. We got 4 laps to go this time for Brock Beard. If a caution comes out, the race will be over, because there are no green-white checkers in this series. Into turn number 1, he's got a 900th of a second lead. He got a battle for second. Christian Russell reclaims second. This is just going to help Brock Beard pull away ever so slowly the more they battle. Look at Chris Kyle's car is completely destroyed, but he's still going. His car looked that bad at Martinsville, but he's still going. There's Cam Nixie, 14th. He doesn't really have to push the issue because he's got a pretty big amount of lead in the championship. Lead is still 900ths of a second. Be 2 laps to go this time for Brock Beard, but Christian Russell slowly closing in. Two laps to go. Russell is there. Look at the run he's got off turn number 4. White flag, 1 lap to go, actually. Russell trying to get a run on, and he does. He clears Brock Beard. Brock Beard has fallen back to second now, but he gets a run off turn number 2. Down the backstretch for the final time. Christian Russell making his 9th career start. He scored the closest win in league and series history at Atlanta. 4 races later, he's going to score career win number 2. Christian Russell is going to steal one. He wins here at Darlington. What a wreckfest of a race. Here are your race results. Christian Russell scores his 2nd career win and his 9th career start. 2nd, Brock Beard dominated most of the race but got passed with 1 lap to go. 3rd, Josh Nixie. 4th, Riley Spurley Tube. 5th, Jack Legacy. 6th, Brian McCason. 7th, Brian Fox. 8th, Sebastian Torres. 9th, Trevor Collins. And 10th was Jimmy Sampson. Points leader Cam Nixie limped around and finished 15th. And once again, look at the Nixie family. 15th, 16th, 17th. And, of course, Josh finished 3rd. Rest of your race results, we had 29 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. No one was a lap down, and everybody out was due to wrecks. And getting the last car war for this race is the 43 of Orius Centaur. Well, that is it for the 9th race of the season at Darlington. We will take you to victory lane for the 2nd time in his career with the number 19 car of Christian Russell. Here are the point standings at the 9th race of the season at Darlington. Cam Nixie is still our points leader. He has a 36-point lead over Christian Russell. 3rd is Bob Joseph, 62 points behind. 4th, Jimmy Sampson, 66 points behind. And 5th is Jack Legacy, 72 points behind. 6th is Riley Spurley Tube. 7th is Carter Friesian. 8th, Cassie Dent. 9th, Silas Nixie. And 10th is Brock Beard. 11th is TJ Dent. 12th, Leroy Jones. 13th, Simon Fox. 14th, Sammy Savvy Jr. 15th, Cackle Whiteline. 16th, Ty Dent. 17th, Carter Joey. 18th, Al Agassi. 19th, Delian Ibrahim. And 20th is Dale Jones. 21st, Brian McCason. 22nd, Brian Fox. 23rd, Cole Nixie. 24th, Simon Oskin. 25th, Eddie Wakumbi. 26th, Mohamed Zain Abdullah. 27th, Sebastian Torres. 28th, Josh Nixie. 29th, Derek Edison. And 30th is Paul Hogan. 31st, Ryan Rush. 32nd, Zachary Fitzwater. 33rd, Adam McDowell. 34th, Mitchell Collins. 35th, A.J. Jones. 36th, Marco Telzit. 37th, Nathan Ordman. 38th, Logan Buchert. 39th, Chris Kyle. And 40th is Ori Centaur. 41st is Trevor Collins. And last in points is Joshua Rush. That is your point standings at the 9th race of the season at Darlington. We'll next see you at the 10th race of the season, at the longest race of the season, at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.